All right. Boy, that light. There we go. There we go. The lighting did not look like it was going to cooperate for me. Let's get that situated. All right. How's everybody doing? Vallejo, how you doing, buddy? Everybody's here? All right. Guys, just make sure I sound okay. As okay as I can sound anyway. How's everybody doing? I was just looking. Hey, Carlo, how you doing, buddy? I was just looking at the lineup for tonight. And Vallejo, I'm a little bit curious. I'm just wondering if Lucas Carlson is ever going to see the ice. I'm just wondering, did Coach already just give him the 6D spot or something tonight? Hey, Raven, how you doing? So what do we got tonight? Tonight, the defensive wise, we've got Kierstead, Delzato, Ekblad, Forsling, and Montour with Gilden. Um, so my assumption would be that Gilden, Kierstead, and Delzato are kind of fighting it out there for a spot on the team. I liked Delzato when he played the other night. I'm not so sure about Kierstead, and I just want to know where the hell is Lucas Carlson, right? So, Dustin, is tonight's stream free to view? My stream is definitely free. Yeah, the Panthers are streaming it on their website, so that's going to be available on their website at 7 o'clock. I can't I can't speak for how the quality is going to be, but it'll probably be a little bit better than what Nashville put out the other night. George, how you doing, buddy? Eric from Northern Virginia. We're in Northern Virginia, but I'm on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Let's see. Vallejo, you're saying it's supposed to be the veteran lineup, as Marie said, but Hornquist is out. Yeah, Hornquist is not around here. Interesting. Well, we shall see. I'm curious to see. And from the looks of it, I guess Alex Lyon is starting tonight, and Bobrovsky's the backup, I think. So, oh, thanks, Derek. Yeah, Roy Scheider, good guy. Um, yeah, Derek. Yeah, if anybody, how's everybody making out with the hurricane and everything? Right? Did anybody have any real issues personally? A friend of mine, her sister's house is completely gone. Raven, donate, or Raven will time you out. uh, Eric, yeah, Leesburg. So you're on the other side, right? That's in the west, right? Mega Matt, you'll be at the game. Very cool. Derek, you just had a friend that lost power. All right, all right. Yeah, and go Dolphins. Now, look, I won't have a recap tonight um, because the Dolphins play. Stu doesn't watch football. So I'm going to watch the first period of the hockey game, and then I'm going to watch the Dolphin game. Stu's going to watch the rest of the Panther game, and then we will do a review in the morning, obviously leaning on Stu. If it was a regular season hockey game, I would do something different. But seeing that it's preseason and the Dolphins are, in the regular season, that's how I'm going to work it for tonight. Um, Jose, what do I think about the new look Panthers? My thoughts. There's I'm good with what the top nine is going to look like. He's got Luosterainen in the lineup tonight, so that's a good thing to see that he's picking up on what we saw with Luosterainen. Is Lundell playing tonight? Let me go back over here. Let's see. The forwards are Bennett, Eric Stahl, Sam Reinhart, Anton Lundell, Barkov, Kachuk, Heponiemi, Nick Cousins, Verhage, Luosterainen, Balsers, Tierney, and Lefty. I, I guess we're going to see where he's going to put Eric Stahl. Everybody knows how I feel between Eric Stahl and Luosterainen. I don't know why that's even a thing. Luosterainen should be it should be a given, but he's really given Eric Stahl an opportunity. That's for sure. TK, yeah, Stu's busy working. The amount of work that he has for his job is definitely um, increased. So he's working, but he's gonna watch. He's got it covered tonight, and then we'll have a review out early in the morning too, because we're gonna do it at like 8:30. Jeremy, if the Dolphins were 0-3, yes, no doubt on that, right? Tim, yeah, did I? Yeah, I did. Did I hear Coach about Ekblad on the power play? I texted him. I saw that, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, Coach did exactly what you wanted with Ekblad and I almost said Yandel with Ekblad and Barkov in the circles, and then Montour running it. I like it. I like it a lot." So yeah, George, appreciate that. Right? Yeah, go smash that like button. Jeremy, you think Eric Stahl be draw? I hope so. I mean, look, we already talked about it, right? For him to be on the team, somebody has to go. We don't even have room to sign him at this point. So my concern with this is now Patrick Hornquist still not in the lineup. Hopefully, it's like with Lucas Carlson. Hopefully, coach is just giving those guys a spot. I'm a little bit concerned about Carlson not getting in any of these games. That's a little bit disturbed there, right? TK, you think Eric Stahl needs to be on the taxi squad for incoming injuries? I all right. I can't necessarily terribly disagree with that. I can see that. Look, my bigger concern is who's going to have to leave. Who are we going to get rid of, right? And I know I think Tim, you were saying, yeah. I mean, I know Hornquist could get hurt, right? And maybe that's what they're trying to. Maybe that's why he's not playing. Maybe before the season starts, they're going to say Hornquist is on LTIR and hurt, and save him up and be fresh for the playoffs. I guess it could happen, but I don't know how the league would look at that if it was a wink wink type of deal, you know. Raven, you hate football? Sorry, blood. So KL, you're out of the loop. You totally forgot Maurice is the new coach. That's okay. That happens. I've made a couple of lineups and forgot we had Kachuk. So it works. It's the same. Gunga Ginga, how you doing, bud? Today is good. Today's been a decent day. I'm so happy that it finally cooled off. If you hear anything snoring, Fluffy is there. We were at the beach yesterday for 2 hours. He won't leave. He won't leave. I can't get him to leave when we go to the beach or the river anymore. So I'm literally going to have to start bringing my laptop to the beach so that I can just sit there in my chair and get some of my work done while he's just putzing around in the water. I don't understand it. The older he gets, the more energy he has. I'm confused because it ain't working that way for me. Okay. It is not working that way for me at all, man. Let's see. Raven, stop lying. I ain't sorry. Haven't you been dreaming for years for them to suck? Are you talking about you're talking about the Patriots, right? Hey, Stu, I'm glad you showed up. All right. Was that you who texted me? No. All right. So now that Stu is here, we can open up the package that Stu sent me. Huh? I was waiting for this. Stu keeps asking me if I've opened it or not. I was waiting to open it on the live stream, and I didn't want to tell him. All right. So here's what Stu sent me. We were getting ready to do a video a couple of weeks ago, and he had a shirt on, and I said, "Oh, that's a nice shirt." And he sent me one because he had a couple extras. It's got the nice collar on it, right? So it's like a shirt like you might see Randy Moeller wear. So it's just got the one logo on it, but it's nice. It's classy. It'll add some class to the show. So I'll have to wear that. Not going to put it on now, though. Let's see. Holy shit, I better gain some weight. I'm going to have to get to the gym and bulk up by about 15 pounds. It looks orange. Yeah, it's red. It's red. Thank you, brother Stu. Thank you. All right, let's see. So, what did I miss? You said watch. Oh, you said watch, or we will see you in 5. TK, no more Trocheck for Carolina. Well, kind of not good because he went to the Rangers. Right? Trocheck went to the Rangers. Yeah. It just makes the Rangers a lot more of a hump to get over come playoff time, right? Yeah, where Miss Muller keeps the peanut butter, right? Yeah. So, all right. So, Stu, I don't know if you saw the lineup for tonight, but Lucas Carlson still has not seen the ice. He's still not playing. You got to go get some Chinese. All right, you'll be back for game time. Yeah, 8:30 tomorrow, bro. 8:30 tomorrow. We'll be good. I'll wear the shirt. I'll try to gain some weight overnight and wear the shirt. We'll see. I always think it's not going to fit, and then it fits. So, hey, Frank, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, neither is Hornquist. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest with you, that the two guys Stu and I talked about possibly being on the outskis have not have. Well, no, Stu was talking about Luster-Ryan. Luster-Ryan, I think, sealed any possibility of that. But Lucas Carlson, I'm highly concerned that I don't know what's going on there. But Delzato did look good, so that's for sure. Hey, Barney, you're subbing for Stanley tonight. Very cool. Yeah, Frank's still broke from the last live stream. Frank is still broke from the last live stream. That's okay, huh? Oh, speaking of donations, for anybody who's the Patreon member or YouTube member, Saturday is an exclusive live stream. We play at 1:00 on Saturday. So I'm going to make that pregame live stream exclusive for just the Patreon and the YouTube members. Because I've been meaning to do something for y'all. I haven't been able to get to it. I've just been so busy with the extra writing with the website and everything. So, yeah, Saturday at noon, that'll be an exclusive live stream. Does Raven get Raven, you're not a oh, that's right. You've got the wrench. You don't have the well, for $50, I'll send you the link to the live stream. I'll be there by myself. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I've just taken money from your Patreon. All right, so let's talk about. Has anybody seen what the lines are going to be? I see what the forwards are going to be. I'm assuming Barkov with Verhaeghe, and they've got Balsers in the lineup again. I'm glad that Tierney's getting to play again. I know that they were running Lundell a little bit with Barkov in practice. I just wonder what they're gonna do there. And then Heponiemi's getting another shot on the ice tonight. Very interested to see what coach is going to figure out here. Let's see. KO, when am I doing the predictions for the seasons? I did already, brother. I did. Yeah, I did. I picked the Panthers to win the cup. I actually did it in two different videos. I did one. I did for the regular season for all the teams. I did it earlier, and then last week I did my final Panther one. Yeah, and nothing in my mind, heart or gut has changed. Panthers are winning the cup. But in the last one, I broke it down where I gave what I thought was going to happen every 20 games, and I still think Toronto's going to win the division. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy there. So, Jeremy, you're not huge in the Heponiemi or Giannasenko. They look like the best 30 or 40 point players. Yeah, I agree there. I think time is running thin for both of them. But maybe maybe coach is trying to get them on the ice to put some stuff on film for a possible trade because, we're a little bit low in the draft pick department, right? So maybe we're just thinking about moving, we're going to need assets. Let's talk about this. So I'm curious from you guys. Spencer Knight's extension. If you watch the video I made the other day, you know my take. To me, that money is they're saying, Spencer, you're going to be the starter when that money kicks in. Uh, I would be shocked if we're actually going to pay $14.5 million for both goaltenders. They gave him a starter's contract. And, if you've watched this channel, I've been thinking that he was going to want more money than we might think he's worth. But to me, I think that it screams that they're going to try to find a way to move on from Bobrovsky. Frank, you think we'd buy him out? Tim, you're saying we still have $12 million in cap for next year without the height. $12 million? How the hell do we get $12 million? How? And I'm not saying how do we get $12 million next year? Where are we freeing up $5? I mean, where are we free? Because right now we have no room. So where are we getting $12 million in cap from next season? That's confusing. Frank, the buyout is so bad. The buyout is so bad. But I get what you're saying. Because he would have to approve anything. I just would be shocked if we're going to pay him. Oh, Yandel. Okay, you're saying Hornquist and Yandel are $10 million and Gudis is 2. I believe we're going to re-sign Gudis, number 1. That's my take. And okay, so Hornquist and Yandel. Well, one of those we basically just gave to Spencer Knight, right? So I see what you're saying about 12 there. I don't know. That's still, to me, I mean, I get what you guys are saying, but I'm just not so sure that's so much money to pay him, right? Let's see. Jake says they pay him so that he can be easier to trade to keep Bob. I know you're just saying that to troll me, Jake. I don't give me a stroke, okay? Oh, now I didn't see what did you type before? What did I miss, man? I must have been looking at the when I was looking at the statistics, when I was looking at the lineup. I'm going back. I have to me on my end, Jake, that's the only things I saw that you wrote. I don't see anything up above. So maybe it didn't take, right? Yeah, the cap's gonna go up by like 2 million. Yeah. Vallejo, even retaining like 20 or 50% and getting some assets is better. Yeah, I'd prefer not to buy him out. Anyway, I guess the point is that I just think that that's so much money to pay for 2 goaltenders. I mean, you can get it's basically starters money. That's if I guess the flip side of that is that if we did give him $4.5 million with no intention of trying to move Bobrovsky, yikes, right? Raven or Jaw. Yeah, Raven says, Jaws, speak the truth. Would I rather have Knight or Swayman? I haven't watched Swayman play enough, but I mean, that's like saying, would I rather have, I don't know, man. Vasilevsky's in a class by his own. I don't think there's enough film on either guy to guarantee anything right now. I mean, we feel like Spencer Knight's going to be, the future, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way about Swayman. But I mean, either or, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't want to, Spencer Knight's my dude, man. That's our guy. That's our kid. We drafted him, and I like him because it really created a mess. When we signed Bob and we drafted Knight. I think that was the order of it. Yeah, believe so. And ZB, you're saying you'd rather have Knight. Yeah, I just haven't seen Swayman play enough to have an opinion, on him specifically. And by the time I was watching the Bruins in the playoffs, they weren't playing him. So Why weren't they playing the kid in the playoffs? That's the question for you, Raven. Why weren't they playing him in the playoffs? Right, that's why he was picked, because Cassidy sucks. I'll agree with you there. I'll agree with you there, man. Yeah, I don't understand why they, why. Well, even now, okay, so they started Omar game one. Why they start him game two? That was really my question. Yeah, I'm sure you're glad he's gone, right? So look, I'm sure. Well, I'm not so sure, but I guess at some point, if the Bruins can get their act together, we might see a Knight versus Swayman playoff series. I doubt that's going to happen this year. So, what do you think, Raven? You think the Bruins are going to be the odd team out? You think they can make the playoffs? Because I got a lot of people telling me Ottawa, Buffalo, Detroit. Ah, I don't know. I don't know. You think Boston's going to just slip that much? You tell me. I don't think so. I think they still have enough. I mean, yeah, they're older, but it's not like they're all decrepit. I mean, they still made the playoffs last year. They still had more than 100 points. And with a new coach, maybe they'll be better. Not better, but, not as much of a decline, right? Montreal could wake up with St. Louis as coach. Yeah, I'm going to have Coach Frenchie. Hockey Nation Live. We're recording a segment next week. So he's going to be on the show. And tomorrow I'm actually recording. Nick and I are gonna do a video together the way Stu and I. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna have the review with Stu, and then what Nick and I do tomorrow. I'm going to ask him some Panther questions. So if you guys hear something, Fluffy he's sleeping, but he's dreaming, and he might start barking. He's over here running. He's over here running in his sleep. Frank, yeah, Boston never goes away. For how many years have been saying that, and they always find a way. Very true. Here, let me see if I can get him on camera moving. Hold on. He's barking. He was running. His paws were going, and then he stopped. I don't know if you can hear him barking. Oh, I guess playtime's over. All right. Yeah, he does a lot of running and barking in his sleep. he's 9. He's 9. He's 9 years old. He acts like he's 2. Seriously, he wears me out. I thought as I aged and he aged, it would. But I do a lot of stuff to keep him in good shape, and he gets a massage every night. So um, I don't get a massage every night. We'll put that out there. That's for sure. Oh, can we pitch in for a barrel collar for the same? He doesn't like to wear. He's not a fan of the stuff around his neck. He's not. The only time he has a collar on him is when I put his leash on him to take him to the beach and the river. Other than that, he sits. He tries to get it off. Hey, Vincent, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, Raven is giving us Bruins lines. I was wondering what that was about. Where's Bergeron? Let's see. Frank says if we buy out Bob next year, it's 2 years of 6.6 and 3 years of the 1.6. Yeah, it's bad. We could do better. We could do better eating. Even retaining 50%, right? Even retaining 50%, that's better. And then you don't have the years after. And a couple of people have brought up the possibility of like a three-way trade, so that if somebody was going to buy out Bob, it gets spread around a little bit more. And look, Don't take me in the wrong way. I'm not. Bobrovsky played fine last year. He certainly played well enough to win a cup had our offense showed up. I'm just looking at that 4.5 for Spencer Knight. And the only thing that makes sense is that he's going to be the starter. That is a lot of money to pay your backup. Oh, here he goes. Oh, shit. Oh, he stopped. He was running full force. Damn it. Damn it. I didn't get the camera on him fast enough. Damn it. He was running his back legs. He was almost lifting himself. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, Jake. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see. Brandon says send Bob back to Columbus for. Yeah, I'm thinking they'll probably turn us down on that one, right? Gunga, have we ever had a Bigfoot encounter? I saw skunk ape footprints when I lived in Malabar in Florida. There's a nature preserve that goes back, and I actually saw some skunk ape footprints, which skunk ape and Bigfoot are six of one, half a dozen of another. It's just if you look up Bigfoot, they tell you it's a conspiracy, and if you look up skunk ape, they say yeah, there's these things called skunk apes, and it is the same friggin' thing, basically. Let's see. Raven says Knight will split with Bob or play more than Bob if he is starting next year. We'll find. We'll know soon enough. That's for sure. Richard, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tonight's game. How many former Canes can the Panthers put in the lineup? Yeah. And Ottawa Senators too. Don't leave out the Senators. I'm looking again, especially on defense, right? I can't wait to see what this lineup, where he's putting everybody. I want to see where he's going to put Luosterainen since he's got Luosterainen and Stahl in the lineup. I'm just curious because in the other game, Stahl played. Did Stahl and Luosterainen play in the same game? I think yeah, they did. But this one's going to be a little bit different, so I'm interested to see. Bigfoot is the undefeated champion of hide and seek. Yeah, I never saw one, but it was a skunk ape footprint. We took pictures of it. I'd have to dig up the pictures. Vallejo says you liked Knight's interview. Really seemed mature and understanding of the game. He's going to be good. He's going to be a good one. Look, don't leave out this guy Guzda. I don't know how ready he is, but he's like 6'5". He's a big guy, and he moves really, really smooth. He's very fundamentally sound. And if you've got a big goaltender that's fundamentally sound, they're tough to beat. And so at some point, I think you'll see Knight with Guzda. I don't know about next year, but who the hell knows what's going to happen? And a friend of mine was kind of, wasn't happy with some of the moves that Zito has made with giving guys the amount of money. And I said, look, this wasn't his mess, right? He didn't draft Knight and sign Bob at the same time. He did not sign Yandel. So, we're still dealing with the pains of some pretty bad contracts. And some of these moves are not moves that we would have made otherwise. Like last year, I don't think we trade Frank for Toronto, but we needed the cap space. So, I think Zito's done as good of a job as he can to get us out of this mess. And this is really the last year that we're in a mess. And I know, like you guys were saying, there's cap space. And so next year, technically, yeah, we can afford to pay our goaltenders that amount of money. But will we? Right? I mean, that's so much. That's so much. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, TK Gusta definitely looked better than Lyon. Lyon is starting tonight. I'm surprised there a little bit. But that's the way it's laid out anyway. It looks like it's Lyon and then Bobrovsky. I'm a little bit surprised that Lyon is the guy going, and I'd like to see Guzda, but I think tonight may be like the last hurrah for a few people. Like Heponiemi's not going to make the team. I don't think Max Gilden's making the team. Delzato, though. Delzato looked good. If he looks good again, I'm not against him looking at 6 or 7D. But again, he's on a minor league deal right now. He's not against the cap. So I'm the longer this goes on with seeing the guys that he's giving opportunities to and Patrick Hornquist not being on the ice, that either tells me we're going to buy him out or he's going to get hurt. Like somebody said, I think Tim said, he can always get hurt. The longer this goes, look, yeah, I think that's going to happen. Raven is pumping the Discord. Yeah, it was originally a Patreon and YouTube member exclusive Discord. Over the summer, I made that public because it's just a lot more fun with more people there. And I'm not there a lot. I try to pop in as much as I can. I've definitely bit off more than I can chew with the number of different places because now I got the website as well. And I'm still working on getting that monetized. So at some point, you'll see advertising on the website. AdSense has no customer service. There's like a whole genre of people that you can pay people on Fiverr to figure out why AdSense is denying you, and they fix the website and you'll get approved. So I'm going to have to do that. Hey, Colby, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see. NHL fans need to stop overreacting over preseason. There were literally Pens fans on suicide watch a few nights ago. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I didn't see that. Yeah, you can't count anything that you see. Like I said in the video, I like to watch the individual performances. You really can't look at anything team-wise too much. Maybe the power play you could look at a little bit, but guys are playing with guys they're not going to play with. They're never going to play with. I look at the individual performances. Let's see. Richard says we're not getting the Canes top team tonight. Mostly roster fillers or players who will be in Chicago with some regulars thrown in. Yeah, it's about 50-50 for us. It's about 50-50 for us. We've got some of our better players, but then we've also got not. Well, let me look at that. Let me look at that again. Let me see. Guys that are not going to be on the team. Heponiemi. I'm not so sure about Tierney and Lefty. They may make. I mean, I guess those guys could definitely make the practice squad, the taxi squad. They could probably definitely maybe make it, but we don't have room for any of them. So it's going to be interesting to see what the hell happens. But yeah, we've got a little bit more of our regulars than I was thinking in the game. This is a game we should win. But again, I think Lyon is starting and not Bobrovsky. Let's see. Colby says NHL fans tend to react more when it comes to preseason and any other sports. I think because it's so short. And there's a lot more to watch because like you're watching the individual performances. Like in football, it's not as easy to watch an individual performance of somebody. You really have to focus. Like I want to watch this one offensive lineman. And I think also because since hockey is the best sport, by the time the preseason comes, dude, we're desperate. I did 3 videos for the doubleheader. You see what I'm saying? We're desperate. That's what it is, Colby. It's because hockey is the best sport, and by the time the preseason games come, we are just dying for something. All right, cool. You already see dumb Flames fans stating how they won the trade with Huberdeau and Uyghur scoring preseason goals. That I saw. That is going to be insufferable the entire year until we beat them in the Stanley Cup Finals. That is the only way. It's the only way they're ever going to shut up is if we beat them in the finals or we win the cup and they're like nowhere near it. Other than that, they already hate us because the whole Canada, Florida thing. It's no, Raven. They didn't win it doesn't, they're just not, you can't judge a trade like that on a winner and a loser. If neither team ever wins a cup with any of these players, it didn't freaking matter anyway. They got what they needed. We got what we needed. Both teams got what they needed. Now, how does it play out on the ice? If we never get past the second round and the Flames never get past the second round, it was a nothing burger, my opinion. I don't think you can just judge it like who won, right? I mean, look, like the Trocheck trade. Luosterainen is what's left over from the Trocheck trade. Now, Carolina might have felt like they won that deal. Was it? We traded him to the Canes, right? That was the original deal, right? But we've got Luosterainen left. If we win a cup with Luosterainen at 3C, did we win the Trocheck trade? You see what I'm saying? I just don't look at it that way, I guess. Bubba Brewski's back. Bubba, Sergey Bubba. Hey, Bubba, I got a question for you, Bubba. This is serious, Bubba. Dude, did you see that contract they gave to Spencer? Did you see the contract they gave to Spencer? You know he's coming for your job, right? How you feeling about that, man? Nintendo, you're at the arena. Will have a decent crowd. I was wondering about that with the hurricane. I was thinking it may not. Some people might not show up. Stella Wiltshire, that is a new name to the channel. Thank you. Yes, if you go to the Florida Panthers website, it's being streamed there. If you go to the Florida Panthers Twitter handle, as soon as they start streaming, they're going to post the link to it. So it is being streamed on the Panthers website. Hey, Nerful, how you doing, buddy? Good. Speaking of coming for jobs. Bubba, you're scared, right? You should be, man. He's younger. He's better looking. And they gave him a good contract, man. I would start maybe, just doing some research in your spare time. Find out what life is like in places like Seattle, Vegas, somewhere in the Western Conference. I would start thinking about it, Bubba. You might have to sign a piece of paper to say, okay, I don't know. Right? Nerful says this is the last year Bob will get more games. Bubba says when I'm traded, you'll retire, huh? Well, can you do that after the trade is done? So all that cap mess goes to the new team. Could you do us a solid there? Raven, you're kidding. Colby says Calgary is the Confederate version of Canada. Oh, geez. Yeah, Bubba, just when you retire, wait until say yes to the trade and then retire like as a Kraken, right? Yeah, that works. I don't know if your contract is the same way as Luongo's was. That's the plan. Good. Appreciate that. Huh? And be nice to Spencer, right? He's a good kid, He's a good kid. I can't believe him. They gave him that contract. I mean, I believe it, and I thought that's what it was, but just if we really paid him $4.5 million to be the backup next year, we're gonna get so much shit. We're gonna catch so much hell from other teams if that's really how it's going down. All right, Nerful, you got the lines for tonight. Let's see what you got. You've got Barkov with Verhaeghe and Lundell, Luosterainen with Bennett and Tkachuk. I'm not going to say that that's the second line that I predicted and asked for in my season preview. Not going to say I told Coach to put Luosterainen at 2 left wing. Not going to mention that at all. Tierney with Cousins and Balsers, and then Stahl with Heponiemi and Lefty. Holy crap. Okay, I love the top six. I absolutely love the top six. The bottom six. Tierney with Cousins and Balsers. Want to see that. Okay, because they've played together before at some point. I want to see that. And then Stahl with Heponiemi and Lefty. This coach is going to put Eric Stahl in his freaking team, man. Jeez. All right, but Lundell with Barkov. I love that. You saw an Insta, some Panther fans are bringing signs saying fire Maurice. Good grief. Bubba, you're going to retire in Columbus. And then the pairings are Forsling with Ekblad, Delzato with Montour, and Kierstead with Gilden. I told you, Delzato looked good. Delzato's going to cost us freaking Lucas Carlson. Damn it. But if Delzato plays well, I'm good with it. Vallejo, how do I keep predicting these things? Half the top lines are finished. Oh, so Bob is starting. Okay, so Bob is going to start. It was the way it said it on the website. It said Lyon and then Bobrovsky. So usually the first one is the starter. But all right, so we'll get to see Bubba Brewski play. Yeah, I would to answer your question, Vallejo, when I made my season predictions for the lines, I did it as though Hornquist was traded. And when I looked at what we had and everything, and I looked at the face-off percentage, now I'll be honest, I thought maybe we'd have Cousins at 4C, but I put Lustrina on that second left wing because he's got a good skill set. He's just not great in the face-off circle. But that was before we had the Eric Stahl on the PTO thing. And coaches said he's going to give him a real opportunity. If he plays better tonight, okay, it's 4C. That's fine. But as long as I love that top six. I'm not going to lie about that. And TK, yeah, Lucas Carlson is this year's Kevin Connaughton. He can't see the ice. I don't know what's going on, but maybe I'm crossing my fingers. It's just like Coach is saying, I know what we got with Carlson, and I want to see some of these other guys. I'm hoping. All right, Colby says, when we played Carolina back in January with them having Lyon dropped 4 easy goals. Well, he played the second half of the game that we lost to Nashville, where we lost 4-0. One of those was Spencer Knight, and 3 of those was Lyon in the back end of the game. Richard said, Paul Maurice had Eric Stahl in his prime in Carolina. You willing to bet he wanted him in Florida? Oh. I hadn't thought about that. I mean, he's going to give him he said it. He has a real opportunity. Look, damn it. He's going to take Hornquist's job is what's going to happen. He's going to give Stahl every opportunity to make the team. He's going to put Stahl on the team, and we're either going to buy out Hornquist or trade him, and that's how they're going to solve the freaking salary cap issue we have, unless they're going to put Hornquist on LTIR and he's magically hurt. But more and more, that's what it feels like is what's going to happen, man. Hey, Stu, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, $5 million not to play, right, Bubba? Carlson is playing in Carolina because he's playing the vets today. Okay, I see what you're saying, Nerful. Right. Well, some of that's true. I mean, he's got Max Gilden in there too, but I was surprised to see Gilden didn't even play in the other 2 games. So maybe he's just trying to get Gilden. I'd like to see Gilden on the ice too, because we need to know the answer to that question before we figure out if we're going to re-sign Gudis, right? You got your Chinese food, Stu? All right. Oh, Sourdiff's going to be playing. So because I know he was hurt a little bit, right? Let's see. Maurice or TK says Maurice deconstructing third and fourth lines to make two good top lines. Well, I mean, you got to look at who's not playing tonight. So, I'm going to scroll back up. I'm going to scroll back up in the chat to look at the lines. So Barkov with Lundell and Verhaeghe, we might start the season with that. Bennett with Kachuk and Luostarinen, we might start the season like that. I do not think Heponiemi is going to be on the team, and I don't think Letchi is going to be on the team. Look, you see, I mean, Reinhart, there's no Reinhart there, right? So let's just start there. Reinhart's not. Who else? Well, Reinhart, Lomberg, and Hornquist. That's three guys that are, at least two of them are going to be on this team. So to me, I think he wants to see more of Heponiemi and Lefty before sending them back down. And I do believe that Tierney has a chance to make this team. When I watched the highlights, I'm going back to the bottom of the chat now. When I watched the highlights of Balsers and White, I saw a lot of Tierney in there. I like him. He's a flashy little guy. I don't know if he's little, but that's how I described him. He's a good hockey player. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the team. Bubba, you're finally excited to watch some real hockey tonight, right? Yeah, Stu, I hope Chucky gets the goal tonight. We need to shut the Flames fans up, right? Vallejo said, thoughts on Verhaeghe's quote, I was joking that I won't have to play any defense. I didn't see that. Was he talking about having to play with Barkov and Lundell? Is that what he was joking? Yes, dude, that's your line, bud. That's your line. Isn't it interesting? I'm not going to mention at all that the top line is the one that Stu wanted and the second line is the one that I wanted. Not going to bring that up whatsoever at all. Oh, man. Yeah, great line. Exactly, man. So, Stu, tomorrow we need to tell Coach what the bottom six needs to look like. Not even going to lie. The one guy I praised, I went out of my way to make sure that I praised Del Zotto in the review because I forgot it in the recap. And Coach gave him Lucas Carlson's spot because I've been wanting Carlson on the second pair, and he put Del Zotto there. So Coach is like, make up your mind, Jaws. Which one you want, Del Zotto or Carlson? Del Zotto looked pretty good. Let's see if he looks good again tonight, Oh, yeah, the power play. They set up the power play exactly how Stu wanted as well. Stu's been screaming for it to get Ekblad and Barkov in the circles and let Montour run the power play because Ekblad's got that good shot. And wouldn't you know it, Coach described it exactly like that. He acknowledges that Montour is a good puck handler, can get the puck in the zone good, but he wants Ekblad and Barkov in the circles because Ekblad's had so much success with that shot. We got a smart coach. I'm not going to lie about that. Nerfel says we better light this Canes teams up. They're playing all their grinders and young guys, right? Joanne says, careful when talking about trades. I called the craziest trade of the year before it happened. I know. I know. I'm aware. I still can't believe that happened. But, yeah, the thing with Hornquist, I'm hoping Tim is right. I'm hoping that Hornquist gets hurt and has to go on LTIR for the whole season. That's really what I'm hoping. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate that. I'm so bad at advertising myself. For those of you who are just coming in, started a website called flyingfluffy.com. What else would it be called, right? It's not just hockey. Hockey, Panthers, football, Dolphins, and some non-sports stuff over there as well. Appreciate you pumping that for me, Raven. Mike 429, how you doing, buddy? I'm good. Today is good. Today was a day off from the beach. He's over here. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but he's snoring. Here, Joanne, here he is. He's snoring away. There he is. Let me get the camera right. Yeah. Earlier, I had the camera on him because he was he was running and barking and playing in his dreams, but now he wore himself out while he's sleeping. So he's snoring up a storm over there. Brandon Bennett and Kachuk's game hopefully rubs off on Reinhardt. All three of them throw the bodies. Yeah, Reinhardt's not afraid to completely mix it up, but I see what you're saying. Oh, Stu, yeah, you're talking about Delzato. Yeah, the voice to text. That's okay. Whenever Stu and I text back and forth, whenever we talk about Eggblad, see, I'm going to say, whenever we talk about Ekblad, it talk to text eggplant. It never says Ekblad. It's always eggplant. So his new name is eggplant. Pin the website. Yeah, let me do that. Thank you, Raven. Let me see here. All right, hold on a second. Pin. All right, it's pinned. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see. Frank says, no, man, Hornquist isn't going to go on the LTR. The guy wants to play. Yeah, well, that's a good point. That's actually a good point, Frank. I was going to fluff that off, but that's a good point. He may say, buy me out instead, and that would, I don't know. You're not wrong. That's a really good point. That's a really good point, Frank. Colby says, when Bobrovsky faces 35-plus shots, he's a top 5 goalie in the league. Yes. Boy, I'm hungry, man. My dinner, I hope dinner's ready. We got 5 minutes left. All right, let's see. Mike says, glad to hear it. You started a new job a few weeks ago and took over the Reddit hockey power rankings. Oh, cool. I haven't been on Reddit in a while. I used to post my stuff there years ago, but let's just say there's a certain political segment over there that's not a big fan, and I just got tired of fighting with people and getting called names, so I stopped going over there. TK, wasn't Delzato hated in Philadelphia? Is there anybody they don't hate? I mean, I know his career has not been, it's been up and down. All I know is he looked good the other night. He looked quick, and he looked smart with the puck. And I know, he was playing in the bottom pair. We were playing a bunch of kids. So I like what coach did with him tonight, actually putting him in the second pair with Montour. Look, sometimes guys find a second wind. He's not that old. I'm going to look this up, but he's not old. Michael Delzato is, how old is he? He was born in 1990. So what's that? He's 32. So it's not like he's, I mean, that's still a viable age. If he can play, it's not impossible that he could play second pair minutes and be good. He was good. I don't know what happened to the guy, but sometimes guys, excuse me, come back around. Let's see. I missed a couple of things here. Oh, yeah, the subscribers, Duran. Yeah, we're up to like 56, almost 5,700 now, right? So Nintendo, you're saying that the only seats are in the lower bolts, or everything is clustered? All right, that makes sense. Let's see. Mike says, you'd give me a job for the cat ranker in the position opened up. Show them on Reddit who knows cat hockey. Oh, they'd hate you, man. They don't like they don't like me. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? You know how it goes over there, right? I don't think it's my age group. So he's saying it's definitely not a bad crowd. So Derek is saying, can't confirm for the Flyers, least interested in the season you've ever looked. Right. So there's probably like 1,500. Yeah, Stu, in my season preview, I put I forget who I put. But yeah, I know Montour is going to be on the second pair. There's with this with the players we have. We have to. Frank, there you go, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. You want John? He wants me to tell people to show the f up on opening day. Last year was disappointment, and we don't open the season at home, right? I think it's like the third game of the year. All right, I will throw some heat that way. We got to have that place sold out day one. Yeah, that's a really good point. Thank you for the super chat, Frank. I appreciate that. What do we got? We got a couple of minutes here. TK Kanunin playing tonight? No, he's not. I know a couple other people said they liked him too. I wouldn't want. This is a tough one this year. This is a tough one. Some of the calls that we're going to have to make because of the salary cap issues that we have. There's going to be some tough. And Frank nailed it because Tim's not wrong. You could tell Hornquist he's hurt, but if he don't want to, if he says I want to play, then you have to buy him out, and it would still get us under the cap if we had to buy him out. But Fluffy's getting up now. Are you ready, kiddo? Yeah, Fluffy's ready to leave the room. It's about that time anyway. So the last thing is the game is being streamed on the website. Okay, so you can go to the website and go to their Twitter handle. I'm coming, buddy. Just give me a second, buddy, okay? And so there'll be no recap tonight because of the Dolphin game. And then Stu and I at 8:30 tomorrow morning, we will record the review. So that should be out by 9:30. And we got a couple other things to discuss because Stu and I haven't done a video in a few days. And that's it. I'm coming, buddy. He laid back down right in front of the door. So now it's going to be fun getting him up. All right, guys. I really appreciate everybody coming out. We don't do 2 points here. Not until the first game of the season. Don't forget Saturday. I am doing a live stream for the Patreon and YouTube members exclusive. That starts at noon. And then starting next week, we'll be into the regular groove of the live streams before the game and the recaps and the reviews and everything like that. So appreciate all the support, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow morning.